Well, thank you for joining in and watching. All right, so I've done quite a few videos on TikTok. We're just go ahead and throw something out there on YouTube. All right, before I jump into it, just because I've gotten so many weird comments, complaints, and just put some of that aside. I live in a small town, 400 people. I put quite a bit of money into the house, but essentially I paid about $34,000 for the house originally. I put way more than that. That being said, I live paycheck to paycheck, just like everybody else. I do this as a hobby and to have fun with it. Instead of going out and doing stupid crap, this is what I enjoy doing. So yes, there are things that you can go out and purchase and spend 10 times the amount of money on it, or I can simply make it. So let's go ahead and jump into a few things. First off, all the blinds in the house are automated. I can say, well, you know what? I'm not throughout this video. I'm gonna refer to her as Echo. I'm not actually gonna say her name because I don't want to key up anybody else's. That being said, I don't feel like going through and edit it and bleeping it. So I'll be, let me show you. I'll just use this touch screen. So all the blinds in the house are automated, and how I'm doing that is touch screens here that I made. Let's see. Let me walk you through this. So I have these touch screens throughout the house. Right now it has the temperature control for the room along with the volume control for the surround sound. Come up here. Oop. Turn on the subwoofer for the surround sound, turn the projector on and off, and hold this down. Change the bass and treble levels. Control the blinds here. Timeout. Gives me the temperature outside, current set point, current room temperature. Control the alarm. I'll go ahead and arm it. When I arm the alarm, there are certain things, LEDs in the line turn red. These lights in the kitchen are controlled by motion. Those LEDs turn red, along with red LED above the TV. And at the front door, there's a red LED in the door as well. Oop. So let me turn the alarm off. Now, a few naysayers. First off, I get comments on my videos regarding this as, oh, well, somebody can break in and hit disarm. I mean, first of all, anybody typically breaking the house is not going to know where to go over and hit. But once the alarm is actually activated, it's triggered, that doesn't work. Unlike most alarms, my alarm is actually deactivated from the keypad on the outside of the house. And I'll get to that in a bit. So when I put my code, when I put my code into the front door, which right now, nothing. It'll activate this for 5 seconds. Now it's deactivated. And it will disarm the alarm. So the second that door is open, it'll set the alarm off. At that point, this does no good. This will not work. Also hit helpers. And what these are, just oddball things. For example, I have visitor mode. I can disable the motion sensors in the kitchen. I can do other crap. I even have, for example, my girlfriend. I like it bright. She doesn't like it bright. So when she comes over and I can control this manually from here, a few other keypads, touchscreens. But when she puts her code in the front door, they'll actually turn it into her mode. And what that does is it actually drops the light level, all the lights down to 30%. Now, it'll do that throughout the house. Now, the thing I like about home automation is you can get a little creative with this, and it takes some time. But when she puts her code in and it changes the light level, it doesn't just change the brightness of all the lights in the house. So if the light's off, it doesn't turn the light on and change the brightness. what it does is sits and it waits for the next time for each individual light to be turned on before it drops that level. So walk into the bedroom. It's going to be hard to tell because it's somewhat bright in here. Oh, that's the other thing is when it's in her mode, it disables the motion sensor in here. I'll show you that in a moment. So once the lights are turned on, it kicks the level down. Alexa, turn off King's Landing. Oh, sorry. Try not to say her name. So I'm going to turn the mode off for her. Brings the level of lights up. All right, so just getting back into what I kind of said initially is, for this house, if there are things that are half done or things that you don't like or don't complain, this is not a $100,000 house. I don't make $100,000 a year, and that's not the goal I'm going for. What I enjoy is making the base for this out of pellets. I enjoy my stupid map of the house on PCB that I've made. I enjoy doing work in the house, myself. All right, this is the office. This room is under construction. This room, just to give you, this room's kind of storage and oddball stuff. But, this room kind of looked the same way. This room's not entirely finished yet. I don't have trim on the door, and that's because I'm tearing off all the plaster lath, and I'm going to do this drywall, change out these doors. So this office is under construction. It's going to be under construction for quite some time. And that's because I want to use everything in this office for the next year or so, make sure that, the height of the desk is where I want it, and I have outlets where I want it, and data cables where I want it, and USB ports in the walls where I want it. I want everything to be where I want it, and make sure that's where I want it over the next year prior to actually putting up the drywall and painting, all that other good crap. So this is my workbench. I have my tools. These are all 3D printed baskets. Made this out of cheap lumber, 3D printed brackets to hold these. These frames 3D printed. I have my air gun soldering station. The button here on the desk, turn on and off the soldering iron. There's my desk. I have LEDs within the desk. Now this is not done yet. When I actually finish the office and I pull this desk out to paint, I'm actually putting 2 more layers on this. This will look quite a bit better afterwards. I have LEDs in here. Now, I like about home automation is everything serves a purpose. So one is, I like the LEDs. I find them fun anyway, but when I'm on the phone for work, I'm turning this on, the LEDs turn red. Oh, sorry. So same thing in here. LEDs turn red to let me know that I'm actually on a call. If I mute, they turn back to blue. Turn that off. As far as the computer, if I am on a Microsoft Teams call, so let me get my computer to actually use my microphone to simulate me being on a call. It's going to turn everything yellow, along with yellow. So everything serves a purpose. We'll close out of that. In this case, the microphone is no longer being used. Here is my coffee heater. Now in this case, I have an LED ring here. The coffee heater is actually mounted below the desk. That way there's no contact. There's a little bit of heat here, but very little. It hasn't hurt the resin. I haven't had any issue with this. Works great. That way if I spill, it will just overflow. There's a bracket underneath the desk. What else? Obviously I have cameras throughout the house. Let's see. Things like the desk coffee. When it's on, it's red. Right now, there's obviously still heat, so it's yellow. After about 10 minutes, when this is no longer hot at all, it will turn blue. I control that from here. of a desk heater. Yep, it is messy under there. I can turn that on. Oh, sorry. Turn that on from keyboard shortcuts, or I can use the Echo, or I can come over here and do this. Now, along with the bench light. I only have one light at the moment. This will end up having two. The electronics for that light I actually put into here, so it's hidden. All right, and then this actually door's a little unique. I come over here, gonna hit, not heater, let's hit door. Now, if you have an Echo, you might want to mute her, so I'm gonna have to say her name. There, a moment, as soon as the arms are done moving. All right, Alexa, open the office door. Now I have a strike plate in there, so it's going to engage the strike plate. And then I have two units up here that actually work together and open the door. The fish tank is actually connected to the house as well. It has a blue and a white LED. I installed a box with a couple of relays and a Wemos D1 Mini. It'll turn it off at nighttime. In the morning, it'll actually turn on the white light. I want to say like around 6 p.m. it'll go from white to blue, and then around like 10 p.m. it'll turn it off. That way I don't have to touch it. The Sunseed candle as well is on a timer. So if I'm gone, say for 2 days, it's not going to turn on. I'm not going to waste power, and honestly, more worried about wasting candle wax. So it only turns on if I'm home. Based on my phone, and getting certain proximity from the house, it'll turn on as well. All right. So this is touchscreen for a cup holder made for the couch. So similar, as the screens in here, I can control the surround sound, temperature. So very similar. Oh, sorry, technical difficulties with this tripod. Well, I apologize for that. Let's see what else. I do have a current sensor. This is a dumb stove. I do have a current sensor on the back of this. Once the stove's been on for 2 minutes or so, it'll actually play notification on the Echo that reminds me to turn on the exhaust fan. Also, if it's on for a certain period of time, it'll keep sending reminders to my phone, let me know it's on. So that way we don't, honestly, don't get drunk, cook a pizza, and forget to turn the oven off, or whatever reason, crap happens. Coffee maker. This is a cheap $20 coffee maker. Now I had a nice coffee maker. It took crap on me. This was on a Sunday or Saturday. On Saturday, I didn't feel like driving 50 miles to the closest decent store to pick up a nice coffee maker. So I went to Dollar General and picked this one up. The problem is at that point I couldn't justify going out and spending money buying a different one, because this did the job, but inconvenient, right? There's no automatic shut off, there's no timer, nothing like that. So what I ended up doing is for about $12, and I do have another YouTube video putting that together, is put a couple relays in the back. I actually took out the LED that was in here, replaced it with an LED. Right now it's blinking to let me know that it's off. So if this is solid, then it's on, which automatically turns off after a few hours. Right now it's blinking to let me know that there's coffee in there. It hasn't been reset. I haven't changed the grounds. I haven't filled up with water. And in the current state right now when it's blinking, it will not auto brew in the morning. So what I do is once I re-prep this, I turn this on, turn it off, and that light will turn off. And that tells the house it is ready to go in the morning. It's been cleaned out and refilled up. And then in the morning at 5 a.m., they'll turn this on, automatically start brewing, turn off after a certain duration. Now, if I'm gone, it won't turn on. If it hasn't been reset, it won't turn on. So I took honestly, I've had, over the years, I've had, several nice coffee makers. And how this one currently sits as far as convenient factor and whatnot. I love it. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to waste money on anything else. I might buy a nicer looking one and gut the crap out of it for electronics and do my own. All right, so you've seen the keypad on the front door. I have a keypad on the bedroom door. Now, I'll just run through this real quick. So this is a standard punch. Now, I'm the only person that has a code to this right here. Same thing for the front door, but that way if the power goes out, if there's an issue, and these are battery backup anyway, if there's an issue, I can still open these up like a normal door. And you know what? There's even keys. Now, people are going to ask, why is there a lock in your bedroom door? First off, I had a couple roommates at one point. Lived with me and my girlfriend, renting a room from me. And I wanted to, especially when I travel, I wanted to have the ability to lock my bedroom door. That way, if I was gone, she was gone, the roommates, couldn't come in here. If I had parties, I don't want people going in the back bedroom. I want it locked. All right, so I'll get to the keypad in a moment. It's built the same way. Let's come in here. Nothing special in here. This used to be the office, so it's a little messy. This is my old, well, currently it's running most of the stuff in the house. It is an absolute mess. And when the office is done, let's go over the office. When the office is done, this cabinet right here will actually end up running most of the stuff. Now it's already pretty full, and honestly I still have to figure out how to get this UPS and 3 EVMs in there as well. I'm just running out of space. All right, and I do plan on, by the way, I'm waiting for another motor. I want to see how much force this will actually have, but I'm testing this unit out. Install just a little push. Now, this is 12 volts, takes about 2 amps. It is actually running off a PoE injector that provides 3 amps. So I'm powering this off my network switch, which is very handy. So, it's going to be the same way with the other doors. All right, let's go back through the old office. Oh, let's go back. So you have, which I know the ceiling is dirty, but you got little motion sensors throughout the house as well. So nothing really special in this room other than a server cabinet. Now this is the bedroom. Now I do have forced air in the living room and kitchen. This in the bedroom, I have baseboard heater, electric baseboard heaters. Tablet in the wall. 3D printed case. Samsung Galaxy Tab A. I've had it up there now for, I don't know, like 5 years. 3D printer eventually will come out, and there's a spot that'll be in the office. If you notice, I walked past this point, so the light's automatically turned on. Now, there's sensors in the bed, so if anybody's sitting in bed, it actually will not turn that light on. Because if girlfriend's sleeping in the bed and I walk through, I don't want the light to turn on. Here is, single touchscreen. This controls the temperature in the bedroom. It's currently 63 because, well, I didn't sleep here last night, and I just got home and I haven't been back in this room. That's the benefit to having baseboard heaters in here and no ductwork is temperature in this room is controlled separately from the temperature in there. Same thing for the office and even the guest room, which will be the guest room. That has baseboard heaters. The temperature of that is controlled independently as well. So I have, 4 different zones in the house. So, all right, I've done a video on here for my buttons on my nightstand. Well, let's see if I can do this. So, press this, lights turn off, hold this. This one will toggle the bedroom blinds. Hit that, turn it off. And I don't know if you can tell in here, but there's two red LEDs. And what those LEDs actually indicate is the status of the house. So one is if all the exterior and interior doors are closed, the light will go green. The other one is if the coffee maker's been prepped and it's not on, the desk heater's not on, the coffee warmer's not on, Sensi candle is not on. When basically anything that provides any type of heat, when everything is off, it'll go green. That way, when you lay down in bed at night, you see 2 green lights, you know the house is good to go. All right, I got an IR blaster under the nightstand. So once again, I can hit buttons on the nightstand, hold it down, turn the fan on and off, hold down, turn it off. Potentiometer right here, if I can get to that point. Hold, you can hit it once, turn the TV on, spin this, and adjust the volume. Now, let's, oh, sorry. This remote might actually be dead. So, hit the middle button, turn the fireplace on, turn it off, hold this down. Actually raises the bed. Now, I have actuators I put. There's a piece of plywood on that's hinged. All right, I'm going to say her name, so you might want to mute it. Alexa, bedroom bed, 20%. So you can control the bed any way you want. Hit the button once, or I think, hit right here. One time, it'll bring the bed all the way down. Hit this short button right there. It should bring it up to, I can't remember the percentage, but anyway, the level that I like it at to sit in bed and watch TV. So let's go ahead and close that. All right. Let's go into the closet. Motion sensor back there. This is the wall safe. Now I'm going to show you some of the keypads. I've went ahead and I've changed the codes on everything so I can show you this. So, all right. So this is the gun safe. Basically, there are two 4-digit codes that you have to enter in a certain order. In this case, I've made it really simple: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. In this case, though, if I entered 5, 6, 7, 8 first, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, it will not open and it will lock the safe. So two 4-digit codes have to be entered in a certain order. Also, and let's come over here. Right now, let's make sure, actually it's open, or it's closed, I mean. Let's go ahead and open this. All right, and the bedroom door is currently unlocked. Come in here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And it opens it up. Now, I just got a magnet I'm not going to take it off my side. All right. Now, when that is opened, it sends a notification to my phone, let me know that the safe has been opened. And it shut the bedroom door. It also locked the bedroom door from the outside. You know that's locked because you have a red dot. This keypad right here will unlock it. Or I can come over this tablet and unlock the door from here. So a couple other things. I mean, I can really control how the safe is operated from the house. There's kids in the house. I don't want, I'm very finicky with it. But if I wanted it, I can have where the security system, if the security system was off, the safe would automatically open up. Personally, don't like that much. All right. The bathroom, LEDs in the ceiling. Oh, turn the light on. They automatically turn off. When you turn, that's a camera showing the front door. Turn the light on. It'll actually change view and show a different camera of the outside. Alexa, how are you doing?
So far, it's been a scintillating Saturday.
So I have speakers in the ceiling. There's a water sensor on the pipe underneath the house. So when you turn on the shower, It'll raise the volume level of the echo when you're playing music, and it'll automatically close the bedroom blinds, and it'll lock the door. Turns on the exhaust fan. 10 minutes after no water's been ran, it will open the blinds back up and turn off the exhaust fan. And I think 2 minutes after no water, it'll drop the volume level back to a reasonable level. I think I already showed you, but once again, I mean, these blinds are controlled the same as the rest, same as the rest of the house. They're all automated. Now, certain things is when I wake up in the morning. If it's just me in the house, when I wake up and there's nobody in the bed, the senses, pressure's been lifted and there's motion on the floor and knows I'm out of bed, it'll open the blinds to a 45-degree angle. That way, I'm not being blinded by the light, but it lights up the room. It'll turn on this light right here, unlock the office door, unlock the front door, turn on the office computer. I mean, it'll do a few other things. Now, if somebody's laying in bed, then that whole chain of events won't happen. Now, certain things is when I stay the night elsewhere and I don't stay the night here, I have my wonderful dog, Dakota Bear. My wonderful dog, and I don't want him to get too cold, so I actually dropped the temperature 63 through the rest of the house. I'll keep the living room 67 or so, 68. So I heat this part of the house all night long. Now, when I'm getting ready to head on my way home in the morning anyway, I figured, go ahead and use the heat in this area to help heat the office as quick as I can, so that way it's a decent temperature when I get home. So at that point, I can hop on my phone, hit a button, it'll start the coffee maker, because at this point it didn't auto brew because I wasn't home. So it'll turn on the coffee maker, it will open up the office door, adjust the heater in there, turn the heater up in here a little bit, just so the forced air in here can help go into that room and actually cool down the office. And it'll turn the office computer on and do a few other things. It's ready, so the house is ready to go when I get home. Let's see. I mean, of course, like I said, the surround sound, the TVs, everything is connected to the house. Come over here. I can do this from the couch. Turn the projector on. I close the blinds. Turn the fish tank off. Turns on the projector up there. You'll see in a moment. There it goes. And it drops the screen. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And because it is before sunset, it's still bright out, it's going to open the blinds back up. It's going to turn the fish tank on. Now, if this was after sunset, the blinds in the fish tank, blinds would remain closed, and the fish tank would stay off. Now, in this case, the kitchen blinds will stay closed because if you're sitting on the couch, you've been sitting in a dark room for quite a while. We don't want the sunlight coming in. At least over here, it's to your back. I'm going to say her name again. Alexa, turn off the living room light. Alexa, turn off the lights. So all the lights in the house are controlled. Motion sensors everywhere. So as far as doors, I have a keypad right here as well. So at this point, every door in the house has a automatic closer on it. Let's go out to the garage. Now, once again, the garage is dirty. I didn't prep for this video whatsoever. And if you're still watching, I appreciate it. And it's windy outside, so just bear with me. That's my garage. Lovely shape, right? So all right. Yeah, this is my garage. It's cold outside. All right, so as far as the keypads, I mean, it's kind of an ever, growing process. Let me see if I can set this up on a tripod. Once again, if you're still watching, I do appreciate it. And go ahead and subscribe, and I appreciate the support. I'm going to try to start doing a little bit more how-to videos. All right, let me try to get down to your guys' level. So as far as with these WIEGAND Wingate keypads, yes, I mean, if you watch Lockpicking Lawyer, they're very easy to bypass by simply putting a magnet to the side to engage the relay on the side, or pulling it off the wall and connecting the wires. So when I went this route, I decided not to use that feature whatsoever. So the way this works is inside of here, I have an ESP32 Ethernet chip. In fact, I can pull this off and show you a little bit of this. Hopefully you can see that. So there's a chip behind here, and the relay's internal inside of here. All right, let me put this back. So what happens is the keypad is actually connected to this box right here. Now it's the same thing for the front door and the bedroom and the safe and everything else. For the safe, though, it's actually in the wall behind the safe. But for the other doors, it's inside in a closet. This is a garage. I mean, honestly, if somebody wants in here, then they're getting in here. So this is more of a test, just to make it a little bit more difficult. So the keypad connects with the transmit and receive wire, so D0 and D1, to this chip. And it actually logs the key presses and sends it to this chip. The chip then in return takes and compares it with whatever I've set it to and decides whether or not to open the door. So at this point, this right here is going to the outside keypad. So it's just 4 wires, 12 volts, ground, D1, DO. This right here is it's coming out of the relay, going up and triggering the strike plate. And then this right here is simply just like the door opener. I have this is $8 off Amazon, and I have a 12-volt PoE injector. So this is being fed power from my network switch. It's coming in and providing power and data. So this unit is completely hardwired. There is no wireless aspect to it. Yes, there's some naysayers that yes, you could pull the keypad off the outside, and you can put another chip in there basically and log that key presses to figure out the code somebody puts in. That is a not a hard thing, I would say. But you know what? If you're gonna go that route, that is by far, in my opinion, more work than getting somebody's physical key, making a copy of it, and give it back to them, and then them invading your space. So I feel pretty secure with the whole method. All right, so that is how the keypad works. And once again, yes, I used 1, 2, 3, 4 for the keypads. I just changed it for the moment. Oh, close this door. So I have sensors on all the doors, including the screen doors. Whoa. Man, guys, I apologize. I'd like to say I'd sit and edit this video, but you know what? I suck at it as it is. I didn't prepare for it. It'd be stupid for me to spend an hour going through and trying to clean this up. And I'm not even sure if anybody will even care to watch this. All right. Go ahead and set this up. Oh. See if you guys can see this. Yep, for some reason that wants to die. All right. So I've written my own code for this. This is for the garage keypad. Right now I've my admin codes 1, 2, 3, 4, and the tag A, tag B is this just because that will not register. So if I want to go in and say add a NFC tag to the door, there is a number on that. So in this case, I want to do admin, and there is a total of 12 users. For the admin node allows up to 4 tags. So I go to admin, and this is configured for the code for the your 4-digit code. This is for the tag. So I just come in here and type in the number that is on the tag, and now that is that tag. If I want to change the code, notice before it was 1, 2, 3, 4, so let's change the code to 7894. And it is simple as that. So at some point, I do want to basically sell the kits of the PCB that I've made for those, along with the code. Currently, I'm running Home Assistant with ESP Home. Everything just natively works rather well. However, I am making it where you can adjust everything from a web UI if you do not use Home Assistant. All right, so here's the tag we programmed. Door closed. It opens up. Now it's locked again. 7894. So as far as the tags and the code for the front door, everything is very easy to add. Now I also go back and show you it. I put basically kind of like a guest mode access. So say I'm gone and I don't want somebody having, yeah, I need to lose some weight. Say I'm gone and I don't want somebody having access to the house while I am gone. I can come in here, and this is keypad garage users 3 through 12. Right now they have access. I come down here and put disabled. So if I disable it, basically users 1 through 3 will have access, 4 through 12 will not. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yep, that's right. I think I have to adjust this. So 1 through 3 have access, 4 through 12 do not. Give them back their access. Now, where that is helpful is I can write routines utilizing ESP Home. I can write, Home Assistant. I can write automations to where when I leave and I'm not home, that it automatically turns it to disabled. All right. Trying to think what else I have in the house. Oh, by the way, if somebody, just in case you're curious as far as how I integrated this into the house, is took this apart. I actually wired a Wemos D1 Mini to the LED here, LED on the front of this, and when you turn this on, actually, I'm sorry, it's actually turned to this LED. When you turn this on, it turns the LED on. It's actually wired to the input voltage pin, so A0 on the Wemos D1 Mini, and it measures the voltage being supplied to that LED when that is utilized, and whether or not mute is on. So it reads that and then sets the automation accordingly to that. So, all right. If you guys have any questions as far as how I did something, or any input, honestly, any other suggestions, I would be grateful. I'd be happy. I feel like I've gotten to the end as far as what I can automate. Do want to throw some, there's some real quick, some other stupid things in there that's very beneficial. Is the first time my girlfriend and the kids stayed the night. Her kids were, rather impressed by the house and what they can do with Echo and the buttons on the nightstand. So of course they're sitting there turning the lights on and off and the blinds open and close and blah blah blah. So I told her, we will not have a repeat, because at that point she's like, okay, I don't like having a smart home. So what I was able to do is take, and once again I made a mode for her that dims the lights and whatnot, but I also have basically a child mode. So when the kids are over, or the kids are over, I can turn that mode on, and if there's weight in the bed, if somebody is in the bed, the disables the touch controls for the blinds. It allows you to close the blinds, allow you to turn the lights off, but it will not turn the lights on. It will not open the blinds. While somebody's in bed anyway. And then if you turn the lights on with the actual hard buttons, within a couple seconds, it'll force the lights off. Now, somebody made a comment on the TikTok is, okay, well, so what if a kid's laying in bed, you can't control your lights? Well, once again, I can go over to any of the touch screens and I can turn off that mode. There's a bypass for almost everything. And then when they're over, there are certain screens, like in the office, they don't have access to the office, so the touch, those controls in the living room and blah blah blah, it adjusts, what the volume level and the temperature they can change to and everything else. Everything is changeable and dependent upon who is here and who's not, and what mode the house is in, whether the house is in winter mode or summer mode. A whole slew of different things that you can change, and honestly, the sky's the limit. All right, well, if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the support. If you can subscribe, it'd be freaking awesome. But I mean, there's no way in heck I want to sit and listen to my voice for 40 minutes. I don't think I can do it for 2. So, I don't blame you if you don't subscribe and you really don't care to listen to this crap again. But if you at least leave your comments, I would appreciate it. Please, no ugly comments. I mean, I already know. So, all right. Thanks, and you guys have a good one.